You're listening to the Adventurous Reinvention podcast. I'm Allison Boyle, aka She Dreams of Alpine, and this is the show that's dedicated to all the adventurous spirits out there who have either been transformed by the outdoors or are interested in what it looks like to step into a new, adventurous, and courageous kind of identity in their life. It doesn't matter what your background is in the outdoors, what age you're starting at, or where you grew up. If you're curious about the outdoors and using adventure as a way to reinvent yourself, you're in the right place. I'll be sharing all kinds of personal adventure stories, lessons I've learned from the mountains, teaching what I know about the outdoors and leadership, and interviewing some amazing adventurous women all along the way. I've been coaching women on becoming safe, confident, and self-sufficient backpackers and leaders of their own adventurous lives since 2018, and I know exactly what big fears and self-doubts can pop up along the way. I have so much to share with you, so let's dive in. All right. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Adventurous Reinvention podcast. Now, before we drop into today's episode, I do want to give you a little context for what you're about to hear, because this is something a little different than my usual episodes. So what you're listening to right now is part of a trail series, which is basically like a behind the scenes recorded on the trail podcast that I captured while backpacking the Escalante Route in the Grand Canyon with three of my favorite humans. So if you're not familiar with the Escalante Route, is a rugged backpacking route that follows the Colorado River in the Grand Canyon. It's not super well maintained in all places. It is in some, but it's often sandy, sometimes rocky. It's remote, especially as you get deeper into the Grand Canyon and down into the river, and sometimes requires even a bit of route finding. So we spent several days hiking between river camps and beaches and high canyon traverses, carrying water, navigating terrain that doesn't always look like it should go, or it, just seems a little bit confusing on where your next step is, but then somehow you figure it out, right? It's one of those routes that asks you to be really present and aware and paying attention, and rewards you with some of the most beautiful, wild campsites that I've ever experienced. So we tackled the Escalante Route in 3 nights and 4 days. So you're going to hear 4 separate episodes in this trail series. And these episodes were recorded at the end of each day while we were actually still out there on the trail, while we were dusty and tired and sometimes heat exhausted, and sometimes floating on endorphins, and usually sitting in the dark with our headlamps on and just talking through what the day actually felt like, and lots of laughter. There's no script, and it's definitely not going to be perfect audio, and there is no pretending that we had it all figured it out in the moment. It's just real, honest trail conversations and deep dives. So you're going to hear us debrief the day, the route, the terrain, the stats, and the mileage, but also what surprised us, what was maybe harder than expected, what felt magical, what made us laugh, and what made us stop in our tracks and say, wow, this is why we do this. So this series is meant to feel like you're backpacking with us, like you're sitting on the sand or the rocks at camp and you're sharing stories after dinner and watching the light fade off the canyon walls. So if you're somebody who loves the Grand Canyon or dreams about backpacking or just wants a really honest look at what these kinds of trips are actually like, you're in the right place. And if you're newer to backpacking or adventure, I especially want you to hear this with the reminder that confidence is built in real time, not after the fact, not because everything goes perfectly, but because you keep moving, adapting, and showing up anyways. So each episode in the series covers 1 day of the route, and I'm releasing them one at a time throughout February, so you can follow the full arc of the trip from start to finish, okay? So let's dive in. Here is today's trail dispatch and overview from the Escalante Route in the Grand Canyon. Enjoy.
Hello. Greetings from Moab. It's Meg and
Allison.
Charlie.
And John.
We're coming to you live from a hotel because we are out of the Grand Canyon.
Oh my gosh.
Boo.
I mean, it was sad to leave, but at the same time, I'm not sure where we would go from where we went today. Anyways, we started off our morning at Allison's insistence at a 5 a.m. wake-up call. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
which you later said, I'm glad we did. I just wanted to get that for the record.
Yeah, we should, because I was real saucy about it in the morning. I was like, I don't want to be hiking in the dark, but here we are. So
there was grumbling on the trail.
I was grumbling, but you know what? I was gonna just...
It's fine. I know this. We've done this before.
Yeah.
We've been in this tango.
Yes, exactly. And it wasn't that I was mad about waking up early, because I was in fact awake because John was snoring. It was more that I wanted to just enjoy sunset out where we were. Or sunrise out where we were. Yeah. But anyway, we got going and made our way into the Hants Creek area, where we stopped for some water in brekkie, which was delicious.
That was like 2.5, 3 miles.
Yeah.
3 miles.
Like kind of in the darkish.
Yeah. And we were like walking in the dark, and we noticed that there was literally an enormous cliff next to us.
Yeah.
And we were kind of like, whoa.
I mean, the whole reason we did it is just heat.
Yeah.
Like, it's really avoiding the heat.
Yeah, avoiding the sun, avoiding the heat, and to try to get here before 8 p.m.
Yeah.
So that was pretty sweet. And then from there, you just go up.
Up.
Yes.
Up.
That's when the steep, like, it was flat to Hants.
Yeah. It was pretty flat.
Pretty
it was
flat.
a little flat coming out, and then it was not.
Yeah, then it was our basically 4,000 feet of gain.
We had to do 4,000 feet of gain.
In a span of, what, like
4 miles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty steep.
Yeah. And to be clear, like, sometimes it was not quite at 1,000 feet a mile, and sometimes it was for sure over.
Yeah.
So we had to make our way up to the Redwall, which is an area of the canyon that's very impenetrable. It is pretty much like makes the Grand Canyon a fortress, and it has these very specific areas where you can cross through it. And this particular area was its own particular flavor. And right before we hit the Redwall, we saw all this mining equipment. There was like, I don't know how they got that stuff down that, because what we did next was interesting. We were basically just doing pistol squat after pistol squat, going up these like tight switchbacks along these cliffs. And it was steep and rugged, and we kept being like, we know it goes, but this looks improbable. And then we ran into that guy.
Yeah, and he was like, is the juice worth the squeeze?
Yeah. And we were like, it depends on what you're juicing.
What juice are you squeezing?
Yeah.
Or hoping to squeeze? Yeah. And he just laughed, and we were like, all right, good luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.
like mangoes.
And we made it to the top of Horseshoe Mesa. Which is on like the Esplanade layer, which is really lovely. But you get up there and it's like radioactive activity. Like, don't go in this mine shaft. There's like all this stuff. So we're like, okay, we took a break up there, had a snack.
Yeah, like for the record, Horseshoe Mesa is a great like intro. Meg has mentioned this before on the podcast, but like it's a great intro into the Grand Canyon if you don't want to go fully commit all the way down to the river, which is a lot of gain.
Yeah.
You just don't have water.
Yeah,
you can
you could carry and
you could either carry it in or go to Cottonwood. Don't go where we were.
But it's the little less elevation gain, total commitment.
Yeah,
and would be a nice intro kind of area.
Yeah, super beautiful. The
really
views
pretty.
are fantastic.
So
great.
good.
Yeah. Grand View is a great trail. I mean, it's its own flavor, but it's a great trail for like your first time really getting in and getting down.
It's a grand view.
Yeah, it's a grand view. So from there, we started our next big up, which was nice because it was in the shade. We'll talk about the positives first.
Yeah,
it was in the shade. It was cool. There was a breeze. There were views, but also we encountered what we have nicknamed the back alleys of London, which is this like cobblestone trail, never-ending steep switchbacks.
I was impressed. Whoever trail built that.
Yeah.
That's like...
It's some crazy trail
That's
work.
some time.
That's some commitment.
Yeah.
Time and effort.
Yeah. The rest of the Grand Canyon down below, they were just like, this'll do. They'll get around it.
Fuck them. They'll
figure it out.
Yeah.
But this one like took some time and effort and blood and sweat and tears. Probably.
Yeah. There were like big logs that were Lincoln logged to like basically build what you called a moat. It looked like you were entering a castle.
Yeah, you said that. You were like, wow, it's like a drawbridge.
It felt like that.
Yeah. It was really, really... I mean, I'd been up it before, but it has been a while, and it was what I remember it being last time. Just never ending and very unrelenting, but very like crazy to think about somebody making it. And then you kind of get to a little saddle, and then you've got even more to go. And at that point, I just was like, hey, everybody, just stop looking up. Like, we're not there yet. We still got another 1,000 feet.
I think I even pointed out, I was like, those big pillars up there, and you were like, don't care.
Oh, and we forgot to mention, we saw a tarantula.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was cool.
That was cool. That was like one of our only wildlife sightings
I know.
besides crows.
Yeah.
Riverbat won't miss a spider.
Yeah, it was very cool.
I've never
Just
seen
chilling
one.
in the middle of the
A
trail.
wild
Yeah.
Grand Canyon
I
tarantula.
know, I've never seen one. I hate spiders.
It was kind of small. He was a small
Yeah.
guy.
He's pissed.
He did not. He was very scared. We took pictures of him, and then we were like, "Sorry."
I've heard
Have
they can
fun.
jump, so they freak me out. I don't want to get close. So I was like, what are the jumps on me? I don't like it.
But he was cute.
He was super cute, yeah. Oh, we also think we heard a chuckwalla. There's some lizard that was like hooting at you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a cool sound.
Yeah.
And I recorded it because I was like, maybe it's a bird. I could put it in my bird
yeah,
net.
maybe.
So I'll have to check later. Yeah, and then we finally topped out.
After many a false summit.
Yeah, it was a 6-hour, near 6-hour day. And we did 4,200 feet of gain in 8 miles. But most of the gain was in the back 4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then we met up with our giant group of people.
The ones that we had seen at the beginning, we finally saw them again.
Yeah,
The 10-person group.
they cheered for us, so it kind of felt special popping
Yeah.
It was
in.
fun. It was nice, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
And we
great.
found one of the lens caps
Yeah, we did.
on the route.
Yeah, it was
And
like
we'll-
day 2. I
Yeah.
found a lens clap on the trail and like.
Oh,
put it
wow,
in-
day 2?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize
Oh,
you
yeah,
were
no, I
carrying
had it for a
that.
couple days. I just
You
put it on
took
my
that
hip.
lens cap on a hike.
Yeah, I was like, if we catch up to him, I'll check. And then as soon as we popped up, they cheered for us. And then one of them was like, did anybody find a lens cap? I was like, oh shit.
Wow.
That was
Yeah.
a nice moment.
Wait, where did you find
Yeah.
it?
Just in the middle of the trail.
Oh,
like on that
good eye.
long, never-ending westward traverse before
Oh,
we went
yeah.
down to Escalante Creek. It was just like right in the middle of the trail.
Nice.
That was pretty crazy.
Cool.
Yeah. Happy to
That was our day. I don't know. Did I miss anything, Allison?
No, that was pretty much it. It was an up day.
Yeah, it was an up day. Always an
The
up day.
flavor was up.
Yeah, and it's always, you gotta know there's gonna be zones about going up, right? Like, you get into your space where you're like, we're going up. But when you're in the Grand Canyon, you've done it a few times, you know that certain areas are gonna be worse than others,
Yeah.
right? Like, the top is always gonna be one of the worst parts. It's just always gonna be steep. It's just the nature of the rock there. And the Redwall is always gonna be a pretty hard part. So I don't think there was anything too surprising there, other than we had a lot more shade than we thought we were gonna
Oh,
get.
yeah. The shade was great.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And from the top,
Such a blessing. I really I want to complain about the uphill, but I just can't. Every time I want to complain about it, I'm like, but it was shaded.
Yeah.
Like almost the whole time.
yeah,
And the
yeah.
views were amazing. The whole
Oh yeah,
way.
the views are amazing. But you want to be like, oh, uphill, God. But I don't know. So Grand Canyon can really punish you. So I was just like, wow, okay, it's in the shade. Here we go. Just keep going.
Just get it done.
Get it done.
That
Yeah.
is your win.
Yeah.
Well, I think everybody knows after some up and downing, down is always worse.
I don't know yet. I haven't reached that point in my 30s where down is worse.
Oh.
But
Oh, it's coming.
I fully expect it coming. So right now, I'm still more of a down fan.
Yeah, all right.
But
All right.
I'm sure it's coming for me soon.
Yeah.
The knee reaper.
The pain associated with all the
Yeah.
downhill.
Well, and when we got towards the top, you could see where we camped, and it looked so
That was
impossibly far away. And we were like, wow, we came from all that way today.
I think it was really cool being able to look back almost. You obviously can't see every little facet of our route, but we could kind of see the entry
of it.
trailhead
Yeah.
from really far away and little spots along our route. It was there's not that many hikes where you can kind of get that full perspective.
Yeah, the full perspective. You could see where we camped on night one.
Yeah.
That was really
Yeah,
cool.
we saw a night 1 campsite. We saw the Delta overlook from day 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
You could see a lot of sections of the trail we did.
That hill we were
From
not
Grandview.
huge fans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. 10 out of 10 recommend. We were talking about it and we were like, I think that the plot twists we had were that nothing went wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
We didn't have any great grand plot twists.
Yeah. No, there wasn't a whole lot of suffering. It never felt too out of, it was very it's not a type 1 trail, to be very clear.
But for us, our group,
Yeah, but for our group, it was a type
it felt
1
type
trip.
1-ish.
Yeah.
Through and through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
do we want to do best part, worst part of the day, and then do maybe the whole trip? We're going to do like 2 rounds?
Okay, sure, yeah.
Ooh.
Or do we want to just like rapid fire some questions about the trip? What would you prefer?
I don't know. What do you guys prefer?
I'll go rapid fire. Let's mix it up.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Rapid fire. Best campsite.
The beach one.
Beach.
I mean, just because we had it to ourselves. I mean, I love the Tonto camp, don't get me wrong. That's definitely up there. But the beach one was like,
Special.
yeah, like, this is our private beach in the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to argue that.
We took a dip. We
Yeah.
had it to ourselves.
Right,
It was
got
like a
to
little
swim.
cove.
I didn't have to wear even camp shoes. It was like barefoot.
Yeah, barefoot
The
all
whole
day.
time in like sugary soft sand until it was like, oh, now the sand is a little cold. I guess I'll put on shoes.
Yeah.
But like, that was awesome.
Yeah, it felt so unlikely and so luxurious.
Yeah.
And just so beautiful. And like to have all of that as a private experience.
Yeah, that was great.
It was just exquisite. Like you just can't buy those kind of experiences.
No.
And there
Yeah.
was a lot of jealousy from that group of 10. They asked us.
That's why it's his
after we
favorite.
after we came up and
we
gave him
won.
that lens cap, they
Yeah.
were like, "Did you guys camp on that really awesome beach?"
We're
It's
like,
that
"Yes,
little half moon." We're like,
we
"Yeah, we
did."
did." And all of them were like, "Oh."
It was a really nice beach.
Yeah.
You could tell they were bummed they did not have a permit.
I
for
even
that
sent a
zone.
picture to Michael, and he's like, "Wait, you had that beach to yourself?" And I was like, "We had that beach to ourselves."
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I am always a big hussy for a Tonto camp, but
It was great.
That beach was so unique because it's not many places in the Grand Canyon where you can like get in the water and
Yeah.
swim safely.
Yeah.
So, like, it was
We were
very,
able to
very
do
nice
that,
have
yeah.
Yeah. All
What
right.
was the most like disappointment? The one section that was the most disappointing.
Ooh, most disappointing. This is a tough one.
Not that it has to be horrible, but just something that you were like, "Huh, I could have done without that." Yeah.
I don't know. There weren't big sections like that for me.
No.
If only there would only be like a 3-foot section that I would be like, "Ooh, don't love that." Usually, but that's it. Honestly, I don't know.
I think for me, I'm trying to debate like what my toughest moment was. I got really close to bonking
Yeah, in the heat.
in the heat yesterday.
But maybe it
But
would
that
have been
was-
better if you had just drank some more and
I
had
had
some
to
snacks.
eat. I should have
yeah.
eaten. That was so that I can't really count that. So I would have to say that Doc's Hill for me was most disappointing because I thought it would be like spicier and more exciting.
Doc's Hill.
The hill that we
Oh.
just traversed
After
forever.
the overlook.
Oh.
for
See, I was like
Yeah.
pleasantly surprised. I was like, "Oh,
I was hoping for
Not
a little
sketchy.
more. I was hoping for a little more sketch and spice. You know, I was
Yeah.
like, I could bam it up here and
yeah."
take it there. And I was hoping, and I was wishing it wasn't as off camber because my left foot was like,
Oh yeah, it was pretty
why
off
are we still
camber.
doing
That
this?
was rough, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
But-
like pleasantly surprised by that one. Because I remember looking at it from far away, being like, "Oh, that's gonna be awful."
Yeah.
And then it wasn't,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, nice." Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But I get it. I get what
about
you're
you?
saying.
What was your- you guys think?
Where was it? I think it was reaching the Redwall up the side of Horseshoe Mesa when we came across somebody's emergency dump
Oh,
on
God.
the trail.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, somebody
With,
left a poop on the trail.
Oh, well, like with a full complement of toilet paper, and then they just took like a 10-pound rock and just slabbed it right on top and left it.
That was sad.
Yeah.
Always carry a poop kit, you know?
Yeah, always
You
have a
can-
bag.
At
like-
least you could bag your paper out. What,
Yeah.
You know,
Some-
even if you're having a really bad day, you
Yeah,
can always
yeah.
pack your paper out.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. What about you, Charlie?
It's tough to say because there's like at every single point there were amazing views of the canyon. But I think if I had to pick one, it would be that last bit of the descent down Tanner to the river. But only because my IT band was like on fire and it was day one, and I was like,
Yeah.
"You're screwed. This is going to be a rough 4 days."
Yeah.
More than the section of trail, it was just like
That
oh,
last bit of
no.
downhill was rough.
Yeah,
but
that-
also
yeah.
it was the end of the downhill, like
Yeah.
5,000 feet of downhill.
Yeah.
So like maybe it was fine.
I think that's always
if
going
it had been at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's true, because like Meg and I were just like, F this trail and took off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super fast just to be done with it. And like, I know I gave myself a blister from that last mile.
And you could see the river for a while.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, it's still far away. It's
That one
still
was-
far away.
it was
It's
rough.
not getting any closer.
I did also like hate some of the chunky steps today.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
hate to like insult the GC when it gifts me with shade. So
Yes.
I really feel like it's a little like I'm a little superstitious in that way. Like when the GC gives you gifts, like
You're thankful.
like you just be thankful. You're like,
Yeah.
you know what? This is
I'll
fine.
just go home. I'll train pistol spots.
Yeah,
come back,
I'll do
and
better. I'll do better. You did your job.
Yeah.
Like you gifted me with this. I'm not really complaining. Thank you. Can I have another?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. What about the biggest highlight? What was the biggest
Overall, the whole trip.
Yeah.
The
Biggest
one.
highlight. Well, do you guys know your answer to that? 'Cause
I
gotta
think,
for a
I
second.
think the group. I think
I
our
know the
group.
group.
I think our group dynamic was awesome.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it made the trip just easy, fun, silly, great. Everybody took care of themselves. Nobody was like.
No drama.
You almost
no drama.
you almost forget to think about that aspect when you
When
have a
it's
good
easy.
group because a group dynamic can make or break like trip experience, especially if you're having to worry about some people or like they're being
friction.
chaotic or like there's friction or for sure. No, I'd agree. I was gonna say, since we gave a shout out to the Escalante Beach,
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe our evening time at Tonto. That was like quite
That was so
lovely.
fun.
Yeah.
It
That was lovely.
It was just good vibes. I just like had my shirt off, tits out. I was like, I don't. It's just like I need your hair out, my boobs sweat. Everyone's gonna deal with it. And I
But
think
there's nobody there.
We
you
were
know?
like, we were talking about that. We were like, slowly as the trip went on, everyone just got naked more and more often and closer to each other. We're like, whatever.
We're just like,
We're all just out here living in the canyon. It's just us. Who cares?
When you don't run into
around.
people for days.
Yeah.
No rules in the GC.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So, what was your biggest surprise, Charlie, as your first time here?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a good
Charlie's
one.
first time in the canyon.
I think it's like the scale and the variation of the landscape. Like, there's just so much character in each tiny little pocket. And it changes so fast as well. Like, traversing that hillside and then dropping into a slot canyon. And then you're along a beach and then you're scrambling up a cliff. And it's just different rock types all the time. And, like, different mini ecosystems and different views. And you go 5 minutes around the corner and everything looks completely different and still super dramatic.
Yeah.
And so there's just always something amazing to look at.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's
It just
why-
like keeps on giving.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I keep coming back as much,
Yeah.
even though it punishes me sometimes.
And so it was like Charlie and John's first full to the river
Yeah.
and back.
Yeah.
Like hauling your butt out of the canyon is what we call it.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
your sixth
Yeah.
full time. This is my fourth hauling my butt out of the canyon.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
you each got a badge.
Yeah.
Yes.
But now I feel like I just want more.
Yeah, I know. This is what I do. I get everyone addicted. I'm like, hey, who wants to come to this place with me?
I feel like 10 feels like a good number to shoot for.
I feel like just
do
don't
it.
stop ever. Just-
I've got a ways.
Yeah.
It's like 6 more.
Yeah.
That's a lot of uphill.
Okay, John, so this was your longest backpacking trip ever. What is one thing
says
you are the most proud of?
Oh, I don't know, man. There's no easy answer on that.
I thought you seemed like it wasn't your first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you handled
Or
it.
first longest.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a weird way
Okay,
to say it.
This was your first longest.
Maybe, okay, so maybe better, maybe. What's your most
How are
proud
you
moment of
walking
your first
straight?
longest? Wow.
What
Oh,
about-
I'm really
maybe not
tired.
phrase it this way.
I've been
What
up
is-
since 5.
Yeah, we've been up early. What is one thing that was like you thought would be your really big challenge and ended up not being a big deal? Maybe that's a better way to put it.
I don't know. I still don't know. Like, that's not that's when I have some retrospects. Like, that'll come a week after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I was thinking about in the car, that like I was telling Charlie, it's like something keeps coming up for me is like how trippy like time feels now as I've gotten older. And we talked about this a lot. Like we're gonna blink and be at the top of the canyon, and it's starting to make me really like like even when I'm in those really hard, like we're in the uphill, because like even that moment you blink and you're done with it, like even though it doesn't feel like it in the moment. So I've just started to be like, I just want to marinate even in the like hardest moments, because like life is just like blinking by so fast. It's just like crazy to like think about.
I thought that on night one. I was like, we're down there, we're getting the birthday cake ready, and I was like, oh my god, we only have 3 more nights, even though the trip is a 3-night
I
trip.
know.
I was like, that's like nothing. I'm like, we're gonna be gone. Like, this is gonna go by so quickly.
I guess that was one thing that did surprise me about doing more days. Easy, all right? It's a quiet room. I think it'd be okay. They're like overextending, about to fall out of their chairs.
We look like
Trying to put the
reporters.
phones right in my face.
Tell us more.
This feels like a press conference, and I gotta like answer very correctly.
You're fine.
Because no, it's like I have a tendency to like break things up into like individual steps, like mentally, where it's just like today these are the factors that need to be like addressed, overcome, worked through, processed, and then tomorrow these are the moments that need to be like, you know, I it's hard to describe, but yeah, I like break things up, and this trip I was much more just like, I don't care. Like I know that probably gonna get to camp about like 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
But I stopped checking in to be like, how far have we come? Are we a quarter of the way? Are we a third of the way? Have we made it to the halfway point? I was like, really just kind of detached.
You just kind of stop being in a hurry so much. You're
and
like,
it was nice to just not feel like I'm in a hurry. I'm
why
like, this
rush?
is day 2 of, you still have like, you have day 2 and there's still 2 more long days after this. So like, don't worry about it. And was able to just kind of like be much more in the moment rather than like, here are the next few challenges. Cause like before the trip, it was like, we got to make it through the sketchy section on day 2. And then day 3 is the, you know, the wall and the slide. And like those are the things I was focused on, but then I really stopped thinking about it.
Yeah.
And everything was just much more like stress-free and enjoyable.
I always think the pre-trip panic is like way worse than when you step. Like I always one thing I've realized over like many years of backpacking is like your pre-trip panic is way worse, and then once you hit the trail, you kind of just drop into like I figure it out mode.
Yep.
And it's way less dramatic, I find.
It was like looking at some of the areas in the canyon where you're like, from a distance, you're like, that's
no
going to
way.
be terrible, and there's no way that goes. And then when you get to it, you're like, oh yeah, all right, it goes.
Or you just spend all your time being like, where are we going?
Right, but I mean, like, when you're not at the moment yet, it seems like it'll be a much bigger deal.
I think to piggyback off of that too, like this is my 6th trip out there, right? So in many ways I know what to expect, and I like know what each section, around every bend, like Charlie mentioned, where it changes so much, that's like the joy of coming back and back. But it's like if I'm in a certain area or I read something about something, I'm like, okay, I have an idea of what that's going to look like because I understand where in the canyon that is. And one of the things I really did a lot less of this time around, largely because I could as well, is not look at a map. Because I know better than to be, I'm like, we get there when we get there.
Yeah.
We're moving slowly. Like, there's so much that you're weaving in and out of that just does not get picked up. And if you focus in on, like, I need to know where we are on the map, I need to know where we are on the map, I need to know where we are on the map, you're just going to get demoralized and maybe a little frustrated. And I was just like, this canyon goes on forever. Eventually we'll be at the back of it.
Yeah.
like,
kind of.
like, you know?
Well, and that was what was the earlier comment of, like, your surprise was how good of a group we had.
Yeah.
The, like, Allison's banter test of, like, when
Oh,
you're
yes.
out, how well everybody just naturally, like, rolls with a story and, like,
Right.
role plays some, like, stupid comedic situation.
Yeah, that's kind of like my barometer of like a good friendship. It's
Yeah.
like if I start on a bit and then they continue on the bit, but it's even better if we go past the line of continuing on the bit.
Oh, yeah. And
Like
just
we've
assume the
crossed
persona.
it. Yeah, we've just gone full deep into the bit and it's been like 30 minutes and we're like
Still in
deep
that.
into different personas, and that's just like ultimate joy. I'm
Yeah.
just like, wow, this is great. Like how
And
did
then
this...
randomly you'll just lapse back into the bit hours later.
Yes, exactly. The bit comes, you
Yeah,
know.
like the hobby horse.
The hobby horse.
disaster.
I rode my poles like a hobby horse for a while, and that kicked off a 4-day adventure of hobby horse.
Yeah, that was halfway down the Tanner Trail on day 1.
Yeah.
And it was like, cool, this is off to a great start.
Yeah. Yeah, and like to be clear, it's like a very confusing thing to like tell people about your bits that well, that sounds weird. To tell people about the different stories that happen, because you kind of have to be there in the bit to like make it more funny.
Yeah.
Like, did we even explain all the different trail names?
Yeah,
like
we did.
how we got them?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, great. That was a bit that we kept coming back to. Too.
Yeah, like what are our trail names and what are our superpowers and how do they operate? You know, and then it's like when you can have that back and forth and you're grinding up a hill in the beating sun, like it's nice.
Yeah.
That's what makes the long traverses manageable.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went like full John Wayne for like a 30-minute segment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Charlie was the best at it.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Growing up in the
She's
UK
really-
really set me up for that. Yeah. The Texas drawl. Yeah, I've got it down. I won't do it now.
Yeah.
Too embarrassing for us.
Yeah, it really puts everyone else in the group to shame.
I
But
don't know that the listeners could handle it.
I don't know. Yeah.
Megan, Allison, I have a question for you. So you've both been down into the canyon a bunch more times. What was one new thing you learned about the canyon on this trip?
That sometimes the canyon just giveth.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily need to take, right?
A lot of my Grand Canyon experiences have been like a lot more 50-50. And of course, this had flavors. If it, like I talk about, like with my clients, a 50-50 experience. Like you kind of get both, like the highs and the lows on any trip that you're doing. I felt like pretty. But like one thing I've been really working on over the years is like instead of dropping to a low, I drop into a neutral. So like a lot of like anything I would maybe consider a low in the past was probably just a very neutral for me. It's like, oh, this is hot, like, but there's less drama around it.
Yeah.
This trip just felt like it was much easier to just stay in the.
Yeah.
I was just like pretty positive.
Yeah,
I felt pretty positive most of the
me
time.
Too,
Yeah,
me too. I think for me, one thing that is one thing I learned, right? And I think that plays into the whole, like, don't check the map, you know? Just, like, you just be in the moment and be in the journey. And I think that's, like more emotional mindset thing that the canyon taught me. But logistically that I learned about the canyon was just how many campsites there are on the beach. Like, I've never spent that much time on the river. Usually I'll touch the river, hang out there for a couple hours or like a night and then go off the river. But we traversed through the river, which isn't always possible. And it was just crazy to see, like, you know, there's the big river camps, right? Like where the big boats can go, big, you know, commercial boat groups can go and things like that. But even at like Tanner, you would go along, or another area, it was like 75 mile to Chicago. You go along and it'd be like camp. And I was amazed at all the campsites. That was really unexpected. Because once you get onto the Tonto layer, you're like, there's some here kind of. Like, I don't know why someone chose to sleep here. They made a mistake in their itinerary.
Something went wrong.
This was an emergency bivvy. Yeah. And also, like, time of year, I've never backpacked in the Grand Canyon in November.
Yeah, me neither.
So that was, like, just a seasonal learning experience. And then I'm always, like, you probably already learned this, but I've done rim to rim twice, and then I did the Royal Arch, and then this was my second, like different kind of variation. So I'm also just kind of learning some of a lot of times you look at terrain and you're like, this doesn't go, but I'm starting to find patterns of like what actually goes and like why they choose certain things and like what the more natural route will probably be just based on like kind of rules of thumb of like doing a bunch of turns and like, you're like, okay, this is starting to make more sense why people choose certain paths over others.
Yeah, like one thing I noticed is like in the desert, typically they'll have you travel through washes because it's usually like a path of least resistance. In the Grand Canyon, they don't. They keep you traverse across the wash.
Except for that one really long wash we had to travel in the Royal Arch.
Except for that. But most of the time, like going down Tanner, a great example, going down Tanner, like you would think you'd be in the gully going down.
Yeah.
But because there's so much dry fall, they just have you ride the sides. So you're always like, okay, if I'm starting to go down a wash, I better be looking for cairns because something might be up. Like, this is an unusual ask out of the Grand Canyon, you know? So it's like a similar thing, except for Royal Edge, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Describe the trip in one word.
Oh.
Does it have to be one word? Or
You
can
could
it
be a
like
phrase.
a short statement?
It could be a short statement if you want, I guess.
Chapaghetti.
All time classic.
Done.
I would say
Try
it
to
is-
top that.
It is wonderfully diversified.
That was 2 words, but we'll take it.
We'll take it.
Yeah, I can't do that. That's not doing the GC justice. It's got to be a couple words.
Yeah.
But yeah, the diversity of each different day having so many different vibes was just so cool.
Yes.
I'm gonna go awesome, and this like because it really does provoke awe. Like at every
I
time,
get it.
like the scale, you are just like in awe.
Yeah.
Which is not a very common experience in daily life, but in the Grand Canyon is a common daily experience.
Do you have a word, Meg?
I was gonna go with like kind of like wonder, joy, similar,
Yeah.
right? Like you're wondering what's around the bend. You're wondering, like you have a sense of wonder, like how did this get here?
Yeah.
What am I like? Wow, I'm so happy that my body can take me here, and I'm here with my friends, and I'm like out doing the thing, and yeah, so
Yeah. My word's kind of lame too. Like lame in a cheesy way.
yeah.
Did we say our words were lame?
Like awesome, wonder. It's just like the it's just like, you know, the typical like
Prickly in the pear.
it's like my word would be like adventurous because
Yeah.
I find the GC very adventure filled. Like and you know, you get a different like kind of I was thinking like when I'm, you know, in a rocking chair one day, like when I can't do this kind of stuff, like hopefully way like, you know, older, I will like look back on these moments and be like, well, gather around, children. Yeah, like I don't have kids, but like with your kid, I was like, Mosley, listen up. Do I have a story to tell you? She's like, I've heard this one. I'm like,
She'd be like, I was there. But yeah, yeah, totally. Cool. Well, we're gonna go sit in a hot tub and
Food smash.
take showers because we still haven't done that.
yeah.
Probably
Hot
not
tub
Showers first.
Yeah, showers first.
Just to clarify.
Don't at us.
Yeah, first. Okay.
But it was a great trip.
Yeah, it's a great trip. Always fun to record these two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, until the next one,
See ya.
Prickly Peach out.
Chapagetti out.
Riverbat out.
Side quest out.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, I wanted to thank you real quick for tuning into the show and listening all the way to the end. If you love this episode and you want deeper support in becoming a safe, confident, and self-sufficient hiker and backpacker, then head over to shedreamsofalpine.com/waitlist to learn more about our Backpacking Badass coaching program, where I teach you absolutely everything you need to know to be self-reliant on the trails and stop waiting around on others for the adventure invite. So I'd love to help you more in your journey of stepping into your adventurous identity, and that program is the absolute best place for us to start working together. So again, that's shedreamsofalpine.com/waitlist, and you can learn all about it there. So that's it for today, folks. I hope you get to spend some time outside this week, and I'll be back very soon with a brand new episode. Bye.